Oh, hi, it's Friday evening. My name is Linda Dolke, and welcome to our little crafty space on a Friday night. Hello, everyone. I see we have a great little collection of people here already. I think it's really funny, Margaret. I was just looking through the comments and I see you've been doing a little countdown. So we had 26 minutes to go, and then we had 2 minutes away. Do you know that this program that I use to make these videos actually allows me to have a countdown. So I can have it actually literally counting down and put the countdown up on the screen so you can see exactly how many minutes away it is, how many seconds, and so forth. But I haven't activated it because I'm always afraid it's going to get to the go live countdown 0 seconds, and I won't be ready for some reason. I'm really worried about that. So I don't want to let anybody down. And I think you and I'm very worried about that. So I haven't activated the countdown, but I don't need to because I want you guys to do it for me. Thank you, Margaret. You're very good at counting down. And Shirley, no more waiting for you. Hi there, Nicole. How is Perth this afternoon? And Darwin Lynn, how is that? Goodness me, we're all around the country, aren't we? Hi, Rose. You're back in Victoria now. Hello, Leslie. Hi, Monique. How are you? How is your European it's morning over there, right? And what time is it? It must be very early. I think it's early there, but I'd say so anyway. Hey, Jolene, how are you? Do you ever get asked if you're Jolene like the song? You don't want to be that lady, do you? Marilyn, hi. Hello, Lena. I see you're in Canada. Welcome to our little crafty space. Hey, Joanne. Hi, Moira. We don't need a countdown. I know. Margaret will be out of a job. Exactly. I don't need it. Exactly. Good. I'm glad it's fun for you. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Denise. Hello, Ava from North Carolina. Is this your first time with us? If it is, welcome. And if it's not, welcome. And if you're watching this and it's a replay, so I'm not live, welcome to you guys who are watching the replay as well. So, and before I go too far, if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, okay? Because that's how I find more people. That's how YouTube knows, the more people that subscribe to me, the more people that YouTube shows me to. So I would love it if you would subscribe. That would be awesome. 7 degrees, that's Celsius, isn't it? That's scary cold. Well, it's cold enough. It's a lot colder than here, I can tell you, because it's summer here. 9:35. That's not too bad. Hello, Joan. Hi, Katrina. Oh, is that what they call the sea breeze? I've never heard of that. The Frio Doctor. Why do they call it that? That's really interesting. Hi, Joan. Thank you so much for the email that I received earlier. Thank you. All right, guys, it's time for us to get started. So I'm going to switch over to the desk and we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Even if I'm not working out of the mini catalogue, I've been putting this on my desk each time just to remind myself, to remind you guys that it's Sale-a-bration, okay? Sale-a-bration goes until the end of February, so there's only a few weeks left. And we have got all these lovely things in here that are free, like a gift with purchase. And some of them are free with a $90 order here in Australia, and some of them are free with a $180 order. So, that's an important thing for you to know, because if you're putting an order in and it was $85, you don't want to miss out on a free item, and you'd only have to order some dimensionals or something, something little, and you'd bump over that amount. So just be aware of those amounts when you're ordering. The other thing is that yesterday, the 1st of February, they did release some more Sale-a-bration items. Now, they are not new items, not exclusive new items like what's in the catalogue. In this catalogue, they are actually catalogue items that they have released as free with $90 or $180 orders. You will see them when you go on to place your order. They're all in at the end on the checkout page. All the Sale-a-bration items come up. You can't actually check out until you choose the Sale-a-bration items. That's really important. And even if there's not that many things, I think there's some wonderful things in here. But if there's something, a couple of things. If there's only 1 or 2 things that you like, you can order 2 or 3 or however many you like of the same thing if you want to. So I know a lot of people have been ordering the beautiful Flight and Airy paper. That's this one. Let me find it for you. Flight and Airy, it's called, and it doesn't match anything particularly, but it's just really, really beautiful paper. And I thought I'd pull it out tonight and we'd have a little play with it. Let me grab it for you. Now, mine's been all chopped up, so it's all in pieces. You have to bear with me. I've got a bit more here. See all the chopped up bits I've got? So it is such beautiful paper, and this is the one that my customers seem to have been enjoying the most. Okay, that's the one that most people are getting with their orders, and sometimes multiple packs of it. Now, there are some other beautiful things in here. I mean, these projects have been made with the Light and Airy paper. Okay, Flight and Airy. But also I've seen some of the trusty tools going out. Those seem to be popular. The probably the second most popular with my customers is this one, the Adoring Hearts bundle. The Most Adored DSP that matches the Adoring Hearts bundle that's in the mini catalogue. So some of these things match other things, like this one, the Softly Stippled, matches the stippled roses that's in the mini catalogue. You love this paper too, Roz? I know. Use it all. Use it all. And that's what I think when you find a paper that you really like. The one I haven't got, but I wish I did have, is this. I really like this. And I love these cards that they've done just with 3 little strips. And then they've used some of the clouds. It does match a set in the mini catalogue that's called the Bright Skies bundles, Bright Skies stamps and Bright Skies dies. So this paper does match that, but it's still beautiful in its own right. Really, really lovely paper. There's flowers and strawberries and rainbows and lots of fun things. So this is really, really good. Oh, really? See, I've never heard that before, Marilyn. That's what Nicole's talking about. Because it's a lifesaver from the heat in the afternoon. Right. I love the name. It's fantastic. Though I heard it's warmed up a bit there, Jolene. I was talking to my friend Susan, and she was saying it's been, positively warm compared to what it was like before. So anyway, there's your Sale-a-bration catalogue, and let's have a look at this paper. So I thought I might use it tonight, might have a little play with it. I love the designs in this paper. I just think it's so pretty. I think this is probably one of my favorite papers. I love the blue background and all the little flowers. And then there's a pink kind of slightly bigger flower version. So you can see this one's got the bubble bath background and the little flowers. Okay, aren't they beautiful? And the other side of that one, we have some little birdies. And you can see I've been cutting my little birdies out because they're a bit of fun. On the back of this one, you've got little birdies on branches. So here they are. That's really cute. And there's some really interesting colors in this. Okay, so lots and lots of colors in this particular paper. Sometimes some papers might only have a couple of colors, and then others have got lots and lots more birds on branches, but different to these ones. See, these ones are further apart. They've both got a white background, but they're quite different. This one's also, to me, more washed out kind of, whereas the other one is more bright. And I love this. This is like a watercolor wash that looks fantastic as a background. Isn't that beautiful? Lovely. Really, really nice. And some of these you'll see I sometimes pull the same one out twice. All right, then we've got little birdies, 3 little birdies on a branch. They're together, and those 2 little ones there. Super cute. And on the other side, you've got some fresh freesia, which is also a nice background. You like it too, Jolene? I know. I wish it was carrying over, but no, Sale-a-bration papers don't carry over. And one of the reasons they don't is because the whole appeal of them is that they're limited edition, and you want to get them while they're around, because otherwise people will just go, oh, yeah, I can wait. I'll get it later. There's some more of that beauty. I love this one. I think that's gorgeous. Isn't that a beautiful background? Love it. More flat. We've seen these guys. This is pecan pie, this color. And on the back of that one, we have some little birdies as well, but different birdies again. Super cute. Really, really nice. More of that. I wonder if I've shown them all. I may have shown them all now. I'm just having a look to see if I missed any. No, looked at those. You can see I've actually got a couple of packs here. Oh, I don't think we saw this one. This is the Lost Lagoon. That's Lost Lagoon on one side. Hang on, here we go. Lost Lagoon. Isn't that nice? Just basic, really good background paper. And on the other side of that, we just got like little birdies hanging out together on branches. So some little birdies by themselves and other little birdies in pairs. So really, really cute. Yes, I saw that you got that, Joan. Yeah, I'm so glad because you really love it. It's just beautiful. You've 5 packs, Raylene. Raylene's up to 5. If we sell out, we'll know why. You've been busy fussy cutting birds. I know. I fussy cut a few of them myself, so I totally get it. Totally get it. All right. So I thought tonight I might mix this with a punch, actually, and I'm going to work out which ones will look nice together. So this, I'm thinking maybe we might go with some blues, and so this one here and this paper here go really nicely together. You know, they're on the opposite side of the paper, but they're really pretty. And then these guys kind of go nice with that as well because there's quite a bit of blue in this. So I might start with a smaller piece here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Hexagon punch. Some of you may have seen this around. If you haven't, then this will be a little treat for you because it is a really, really nice effect. All right, so I'm going to pop this in here and I'm just going to do a few. Actually, let me move a couple of these out of the way. I haven't decided whether I want to bring any more of these in, but we'll soon decide. Anyway, deciding which ones I like. So I might have this one, and I think I've got room to do one on the other side here. But this one doesn't even have a bird in it, but that's okay. It's just got it's a tiny, tiny bit of a bird, but you couldn't even tell. And we'll do the little flowers there. And I'm thinking maybe this little birdie here. And I'm going to do probably, we might need more, but I can always do extras if I need to. All right, so this one, I'm deciding whether I want to have any more of these colors. That one might not quite match as well. These ones have all got like the same. This is like a boho blue, and they've all got, well, that one hasn't. This one has. But I might do another one of those. So let me grab some more of that paper. Oh, and we've also got these little birdies. These ones here. Gosh, so many choices. So I'm going to cut these little guys together because they're really cute. And another little birdie there. So I'm trying to pick ones that have got lots of the blue in it. Right. Let's see what else we might need. I'm not sure yet, but we'll work it out. So I'm going to start with a piece of basic white card, and I'm going to fold that in half. And what we're going to be doing with these shapes that I've just cut is tiling them. So some symmetrical punches make great tessellating patterns, and by that I mean you can kind of turn them into like brickwork. So you can't really do this with circles, but you can do this with lots of other colors. So I could, for example, and I'm deciding, do I want to put them straight or on an angle? We'll work it out. And I might put another color underneath, but we'll see. And so like this, and then this one here, and this one here, and maybe this one here. And so what I'm doing is I'm making like brickwork. Can you see what I'm talking about? So there's all the same shapes kind of together. So I think what might look really nice if we put a blue underneath this, like this boho blue. So I'm going to grab some of that out of my scrap drawer. I'm thinking, is this the right color? I think it is. All right, so let's cut this to the right size. So for my card front piece, this is going to be 10 centimeters across, or if you're in the US, it would be 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going 14. Oh, that's already the right length. All right, so let's try this and see how it goes. I'm deciding whether I want it on an angle or whether I like it straight. I'm not sure about this birdie. I'm still having second thoughts about him. No, I'm not sure about this birdie either, but that's okay. We can move him on out. So I'm thinking maybe that one might go there. Now I'm going to need a couple of other things in here. You guys are busy chatting away. You have 6 packs of the birdies. Okay, Nicole is winning, I think, at the moment. Isn't it? Can anyone say they have more than 6 packs of this paper? Just looking at your comments if you're wondering why I've gone quiet. You don't like blue tongue lizards, Denise? I did see your pictures of Rosie's blue tongue adventures. Maybe that one would look good there. But I'm thinking this one isn't right. So, all right. So I'm thinking like this, but I probably will fill in these edges as well. So let's just start gluing this down. I'm going to use Tombow. I think that's probably the easiest. And I'm going to have it, it's going to go off this edge. So we know it's going to be in this area here. So I'm just going to put that right there so it goes over the edge. And then this one here, it's actually easier to put your glue onto the base cardstock because you know where it's going to go rather than trying to put it behind, because if any goes over the edge, you can end up with glue everywhere. So it's actually easier to put it onto the card base. And this one. You didn't want any of this DSP. Oh, Leslie. Sorry, honey. I guess it's not for everyone. Can I change your mind? I think you caused enough damage, didn't you, with the silver, the adhesive backed silver and gold glitter paper, so you don't need to have this one as well. So I'm not sure. That's looking a little bit busy to me. So I'm wondering, I'm thinking maybe I'll have some more of this blue. And actually, we're going to have to put a white one somewhere for our sentiment, or we could put a banner across. Maybe a banner would be better. Okay. But I'm thinking, looking at this and thinking, I think I prefer some of this paper. And let me, as usual, I'm making this up as I go along. So, you know. And this little birdie here is kind of either these guys, or do we want, which one? Should we have the double, the 2 birdies, or should we have the single birdie in this spot? Yeah, you did. Exactly right. You did your bit. I'm just reading through. I guess you don't want blue tongues in your house. That's true. That's fair. The funny thing is my son was out. We were out at the garage one time and doing a bit of garage cleaning, as you have to do every now and then. We went outside and my son was standing. We put the garage door up and my son was standing in front of the garage door and a blue tongue fell on his head. We're not sure where it came from, whether it was somehow up on the roof, which I don't think so, but I'm thinking maybe it got, as the roller door went up, maybe it went up with the roller door. That's all I could think of. But that was funny. All right, so we like the 2 birdies. We like those. Everyone's saying 2. All right, so we're going to leave those. Now this one, because the whole thing's on, I can put it behind the piece. But the ones that go off the edge, you'll find it easier to put the glue onto the main cardstock piece. All right. Can you sort of see what we're doing here? I think it looks better with not quite as many of these. I think having a couple of just plain ones looks better. And then I'm going to pop that right there. All right, now I am going to be adding some more, but first of all, I'm going to grab my scissors and I am going to turn this over and I'm going to cut these off. Most people have probably seen this done before. We have a few. I'll have a look in a second to see what other shapes we have that you can do this with. Any symmetrical shapes will work fairly well, especially if they fit together like these ones do. Like some of the, in the past, you know, some of the banners and things like that we've had have worked really well for this. All right, that's coming together. You could also add in, hey Leslie, you could add in some of your silver, your adhesive back silver. You could do that. I know. That's why I don't think they can climb. That's what I thought that was really interesting as well. Like my son was like, what? Where did that come from? But I'm wondering if they can climb. And if not, then he must have gone up with the roller door. He must have. That's the only thing I could think of. But at least it was a blue tongue and not a snake, right? Because that would be that would be a very unfortunate thing. I wouldn't like that at all. All right, so I'm wondering, should we fill in the whole thing or should we leave some of these? I mean, it's coming together quite nicely. I like it. But we don't have to fill the whole thing if we don't want to. So this would go like this, like so. You had a blue tongue inside the house, climbed the stairs. Well, hey, Nicole, that one's climbing and was in the spare bedroom. How did that happen? Goodness me. Obviously, they're more climby than we thought they were. I'm going to take a tiny bit off this. I've decided I'm going to have a mat underneath it. So I'm cutting it to 13.8. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And I'm actually thinking... Not happy. I'm sure the lizard wasn't happy either, Nicole. Probably both. All right, so I'm deciding whether to take, if I'm going to add more down the bottom here, it doesn't matter if I take it from the top or the bottom, but I'm thinking maybe I might leave this. The lizard was upstairs. Oh, yeah, we know the lizard was upstairs, but the not happy Jan part was the part that we were thinking, who, you or the lizard not happy Jan? All right, I'm going to take that off the top. Okay, and I'm going to say that's enough of those pieces, I think. Right, so this is going to end up, we could just do it like that, I guess, but I think it would look really nice with the piece behind it. And I'm thinking there's some darker blue, like Misty Moonlight, I think, behind in the colors here. And you could do Night of Navy or Misty Moonlight as a mat. So I'm going to grab the Misty Moonlight. My husband is home late from work tonight. I'm sort of expecting him home in a second. He's doing a bit of overtime. 10 centimeters wide by 14.3 long. And actually, that one's got a little bit of a yucky corner. So this one's the same size, so that one's better. Yep. Right, so I'm going to pop this onto my Misty Moonlight piece. And I think that'll look better. It does. Look, it pulls out some of that darker color. Looks nice. All right, and let's pop this whole thing onto the card front, and then we can decide about sentiments and that sort of thing. Now, we do have in the mini catalogue a stamp set that matches the Hexagon punch. Okay, so I'll show it to you in a second. It's called Heartfelt Hexagon. But in the Sale-a-bration items, we have another set that matches the same punch. So let me grab this. So the Heartfelt Hexagon is the name of the stamp set in here. And you'll find it under H here, Heartfelt Hexagon, page 12. So let's have a quick look. All right, so this is the one I'm about to use. Okay, it's really cute. It's got some nice I like the it's got a Let's Eat cake, which is very interesting because over here we have a cake in the Hooray for Surprises, and I was thinking about maybe later doing a little cake card with the Let's Eat cake from the Heartfelt Hexagon one. So nice that they're on the same page. It makes them easy to know that they go well together. But you can see we've got the shapes that go around the hexagons, okay, and really cool. And it's showing you, I think I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. Anytime you're looking at a catalog and you see that some images are highlighted. So in this set, this one, and this one are highlighted. See the very light pinky color behind those three? That's telling you that there is a matching punch. Same with dies. Okay, over here, can you see that we've got a white highlight behind here, 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 and here? That means those 4 images have dies that match. Okay, so that is the reason that those are highlighted. And I think last time we mentioned that, because it's in all of our catalogs, last time we mentioned that, a few people said they didn't realize that. So I'm mentioning it again in case anyone missed that one last time. It's a very handy thing to know. So whenever you see a highlighted stamp image, it means there is either a die or a punch that goes with it. Okay, very useful. All right, now in the Sale-a-bration catalog in here, we've got a stamp set called Heartfelt Hellos, and these are also designed to go with the same punch. Okay, so very, very cool. I really like that you have some fun options to go, and everything coordinates. I mean, that is what we love about Stampin' Up, right? Everything coordinates, and I'm a big fan of that. All right, so let's put the lid on this for the moment. Now, I just happen to have this on my desk. I didn't have it there by design. I'm thinking about putting across the bottom here, Leslie will be proud of me, just a piece of the silver glimmer paper. This is the adhesive one, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to the same length as my panel, which is 13.8. Remember, we cut it down a little bit. So that's going to go all the way across from one side to the other. And then I'm going to peel that back by flicking that edge until the backing starts to come off. There it goes. Peel it back. Only this glimmer paper, the gold and the silver glimmer paper pack, they are the only ones that have the adhesive on the back. The number of times, I think I mentioned this before too, the number of times people have gotten used to this and then tried to peel the back off all of our other glimmer papers, and it doesn't work because those ones don't have peel back ability. So is that a word? Peel back ability? You know what I mean? You can't peel them back because there's no self-adhesive on the back. So anyway. All right, so now I'm thinking, how will I do a banner? I've got a few ideas. I might go back to my all-time favorites, the stylish shapes, because then I can put a greeting on that. We don't need to have a long greeting, though. We could just have something small. We could just have a for you. That's quite nice. I could even stamp it on one of these. I don't have to have a white one. What do you think? Should we stamp it on something we already have, or should we put it on something else and stick it over the top? There are a few choices, isn't there? So here's the for you, which is really nice actually, but that would go quite nicely here if I decide I'm going to use that one. Sorry, there's a lot of dogs barking outside my house. I don't know why. They all need to settle down. Right, so I'm going to get this for you. And I think I'll bring in my Misty Moonlight, seeing as that will match this really nicely. On the blue, you think? All right, stamp on the hexagon. Okay. All right, let's do it. So I'm going to just add a bit of, let's go right there in the middle of this one for you, like so. And if I wanted to, I could also add some dots around the hexagon. Maybe I'll do that. Should we? That's these guys. Now, just be careful with these when you're using them. Here's a thought. Because they're so thin, it's really easy to, if you put them, like if I put this on a block and I put it on like this, it's actually really easy to not have that be the right shape. Okay, but if you lay it down, not on your glass mat because it'll stick to it, but you can lay it down on a piece of paper, or if you're not using a glass mat, you could, you know, you lay it down on whatever you're using, and then pick it up with your, this is just a little tip for you, you'll get a better, truer shape if you pick it up from the ground. Okay, so Paddington's gone outside looking for the dogs. Well, good luck to him. That's funny. Sorry about that, Margaret. All right, let me try this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on this little, thankfully these are see-through so we can see that. And I'm just going to add that to my hexagon here and highlight that one. What do we think? Do we like that? And do we need, we are going to need some bling, obviously. But I'm wondering if we need a ribbon or something else, because we could put a ribbon or something like that here. I have got some balmy blue ribbon. I've also got I've got a few different ribbons actually. So I've got this balmy blue textured ribbon. That's this one. Oop. That's this one. And that's quite nice, but it doesn't tie a really nice bow because it's a little bit thick for tying bows. Nice knot though. What else? We've also got, you know, the balmy blue variegated, which ties a beautiful bow, and we would get away with that because there's some little bit of balmy blue kind of colouring in that, so that could work. Or we might decide we don't want ribbon at all. We don't have to have ribbon. We could minimize all the pain and not have a ribbon at all. Just bling. There you go. All right. Did Paddington decide there's no threat? Now, let me have a look here. I do have, and it might be rather nice, some balmy blue dots, and they are the in color dots because boho blue dots, because boho blue is one of our in colors. Of course, we could also use iridescent rhinestones because they go with everything. I'm just looking to see. Oh, and I also have some misty. Oh, I don't even know if these are still current. Does anyone know? These were in the mini. I don't know if they're still current. These are misty moonlight dots, so those would look nice. Just let me see what else we have. We've got our iridescent rhinestones because you can't go wrong with those. They've got pink and blue in there, so they would go with all the colours. So those would be a good choice. And I'm looking to see if I have any more blue, my boho blue dots. And because we have a silver thing here, we don't want to add any gold, but I could add silver festive pearls. Those would work. So there's some little silver festive pearls there. Do we have any thoughts? He's looking out the windows again. Poor Paddington. So here's some more. These are the little silver festive pearls. Those ones are a bit more nice to use. What do we think? You like the rhinestones, Joan? Rhinestones could be a go. They might work really well. Let me have a little look. Hello, Kathy. Oh, well, there you go. Yes, you are watching me live. I hope you get back to sleep, though, because it's horrible when you can't sleep. Silver bling, says Jody. And Joan says rhinestones. I'm having a little look. Oh, lots of different opinions on this tonight. See, these do bring out the pink and the blue quite nicely. Can you see how you get both pink and blue out of these? They're really nice, aren't they? The iridescent rhinestones are like, go with everything. They're so good. Love them. And also these are nice. So, I think stamp on something you already have. The Left Bling Tinsel Gems 3-pack. Are they still current, Denise? Do you know? Huh. All right. I think tonight I'm going to go with my rhinestones. Sorry, I've made up my mind, and I'm so sorry if I've ignored everybody else's comments, but I'm going to go with the rhinestones tonight. I'm using a pair of embroidery scissors. Why am I doing that? That's not like me. I just picked up the wrong ones. Here's my paper snips. These ones actually do a better job because the other ones are hard to get under there. Let's have one here. And the nice thing also I like about these is they're 3 sizes. So if you're adding 3, you can have a big, a medium, and a small, and that's nice. And we'll go with a little one up top. There we go. I'm going to call that finished. What do you think? Do we like that? Thumbs up, done. Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate that. Yeah, they're very shiny. These have been in our annual catalogue for 2 years now. So I'm wondering if they're going to get another run when the new catalogue gets updated. Can you believe it? Only May, and we're looking at a new catalogue. And can I just tell you a little thing that is slightly concerning from my point of view, but it'll be okay, is that I'm actually going to be away when the new catalogue is released. So I'm going to have to do something probably from overseas. I'm probably going to, and Susan and I were thinking about collaborating, actually, doing something together. So look out for that. We're not exactly sure what that looks like yet, but there you go. That's what we're thinking about doing. All right, I'm going to pop those aside. I'm going to, I did clean that. Pop that back in my stamp set. And also my For You. That's a pretty simple card, really. I mean, it's got some punch shapes, but it's pretty simple. Yep, so we've ended up with just rhinestones. And that's okay, I think. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Yes, I do have your address, Shirley. You are correct. We'll have to get you to come along to another Taste of the Country card making day. All right. So we have one card down. Let's see what we can come up with for the second one. I thought, given, like I said before, I was thinking about maybe doing a cake card with the stamps that we just had, and also the Hooray for Surprises, which has these cakes. Kind of cute, right? And I'm deciding whether I want to do that. Yeah, let's just do that. All right. Okay, so in the catalogue, let's have a quick look at it, because this is sometimes, if you haven't got a lot of inspiration going, having a sample that you can check out and maybe use as inspiration is a really great way to go. All right, so they've actually used the interactive thing here. I don't know that I'm going to do that tonight. I'm just thinking about using the cake, actually. I think the cake is really cute. So I have got a couple of ideas of things, but I might leave one to Sunday night. We'll see. Also, if anyone has any requests, you're welcome on my VIP group to request certain things for me to do, and if I have them, I'm very happy to do that. Oh, they're in the annual catalogue. That's great. So those gems, the 3-pack of gems that we were just talking about, those are still current. That's good. I wasn't sure. Thank you. This is on Facebook. If you're a Facebook person and you're in Australia, you can join my private Stampin' VIP group. And so the only requirement really is that you're in Australia. That's the main requirement. And sometimes people will request things of me in there that they would like me to do on my lives. So that can be your little way of requesting something special, making requests. So there you go. I'll take that down. But if you're looking for it, that's how you find me. Linda Dolge's private Stampin' VIP group. And then you just request to join. Okay, let's go back to comments. What is the date for the next card making? It's always the 3rd, and now I've said that, I'll probably have to change it, but it should be always the 3rd Wednesday of the month. Okay, so this month I think the 3rd Wednesday is the 21st. Does that sound right? I think it is, because the 1st was Thursday, was yesterday. So so yeah, the 3rd Wednesday will be the 21st of this month. So there you go. All right, so I'm looking at this, and I like what they've done here with they've got cakes, and the cakes have got little flowers on them. Can you see that? I put little flowers in the same color as the cake. This one's got one flower, this one's got one flower, this one's got 3 flowers. And the colors that they used, to me, it looks like Coastal Cabana, Berry Burst, and probably Petal Pink. What do you think? I do like the colors. I might change it up a little bit and do them slightly different. I think maybe Bubble Bath would be nice instead of Petal Pink. So, all right. So I'm going to start with just a piece of basic white. And I'm going to get my cake out. Here we go. This stamp hasn't been used before. So I like the Make-A-Wish sentiment that's in here, but I kind of want to stick the Let's Eat Cake one with it. So you could use this for a wedding or a birthday or whatever you like, really, couldn't you? All right. So let's pull out a couple of colors similar to what they have done. So Coastal Cabana, I do want to use that. And Berry Burst was another one. And I'm thinking Bubble Bath. I'm thinking those 3. What do you think of those 3 together? Do we like those? Just a little bit different to what they've done, but not a lot. Right, so I'm going to ink this up with my Bubble Bath, which is a really pretty light pink. We needed a good light pink, and I'm really glad we have this one. It's a great little colour. Oh, I wonder if I've given myself enough room there. I think I have. All right, so then I'm going to go up to the next colour, which is darker. Because I'm going up to a darker colour, actually I might go to this one. Because I'm going up to a darker colour, you don't need to clean it every time. But if you're worried about, because we're going darker, you're not going to worry about putting the Bubble Bath ink into the Coastal Cabana. I'm going to move that one up a little bit more. I really, really like this. Now, going into the Berry Burst, which is the darkest of all, I don't think I need to worry about that either because it's so much darker. All right, and I'm actually going to do this way. I want to make sure there's plenty of room around them. I hope I've put enough. I hope I've left enough around this. But anyway, we shall find out. All right, now I could use punches or I might use dies. So I'm going to pull out my smallest circle punch, which is the 1 3/4, and it might be too big. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, I only just left enough room though, didn't I? Right, so let's go circle, and then this one. So I'm doing mine a little bit different to the one that's in the book. All right, and then what I think I need to do is grab my sponge daubers, and I actually, you know what, I'm not going to use my sponge daubers. I'm actually going to go into the ink pad and just ink it with the ink pad. So this is a quick way of doing it. I'm just going to hold on to it and sort of let it pick up a bit of ink all the way around the outside. Can you see how it sort of just finishes it off? Just, it looks nice. All right, so that's the Coastal Cabana one. And then we're going to do the Bubble Bath one. Same thing, just let it roll around. So I'm holding it really lightly so it kind of spins between my fingers. And then we'll go with the Berry Burst. Oh, what happened? Oh, I hope he's okay, Monique. Hope everything's all right. Goodness me. All the time we have to think about our health, don't we? It's so important. All right. Okay, so I've got my 3 colours. The Berry Burst being darker has picked up more around the edges, and I'm hoping that's not going to be too dark, but I think it looks okay. All right, so I'm going to get a base of white again because I think that's nice. And this is basic white. And I'm deciding whether because I do like a lot of white in my projects. So I was thinking about embossing. Let me grab a piece of cardstock here. Embossing myself a background piece so it'll be white. And these guys are going to end up on the front here, like so. All right, so kind of following the idea of the card that's in the catalogue, but totally different because I've put mine on punches. They actually cut theirs out by hand. Nah. And, well, they didn't cut it by hand. They've got dies. But I'm just doing mine on punches. So you could use the dies and punch those out. Right, so I was thinking about embossing my background piece, my piece of white behind that, and that would look really nice, the white on the white. Or we could have it on pink, you know, maybe the bubble bath. So let me grab that. All right, so, oh, this piece is not good because it's actually got a couple of marks on it, but I just want to give you an idea. So if we're going to go on the pink, it's going to go like so. So the question is, are we going to go with it on the pink, or are we going to go with it on the white? It will look different when it's embossed. Maybe I'll do one of each, and then we can make a decision. So I'm going to emboss it with the 3D layered floral embossing folder, which is my new, well, it's my favorite out of the mini. Still not my favorite. My absolute favorite. Does anyone remember what my absolute favorite embossing folder is right now that we currently have? I've talked about it before, but it's been a while. Right, so this is, if I go with the pink. Oh, some people saying white, some people saying pink. I like both. So that's no help at all, is it? So we're going to go and this is going to be 14.3 by 10. So that's your 5 1/4 by 4 inch size if you're using US cardstock. All right, so I'm actually going to do both of these, and then we'll have a look and decide which one looks best. I think they're both going to look good though. So this is the 3D floral. I'm going to bring my machine over, and I'm going to zoom out a bit so you can see it all a bit more clearly. Hang on. Oh, why can I not put this up? Oh, I might not be able to. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right, you can just see a big mess here. That's fine. So let's move a couple of things out of the way. So this is the layering 3D, the layering floral 3D embossing folder. I love this folder. I've done quite a bit with it already. You might have seen I did, if you wanted to see me do the white ink method with this folder, I did that a couple of weeks ago on my Technique Tuesday, and you can scroll back in the video list on YouTube and have a look at that. Okay, so this one here, let's pop it in and just see how it looks. Such a nice folder. All right, so when you're using a 3D folder like this, you get rid of all your plates except for the base plate. Okay, so just the number one, this one here, and you pop that down by itself, okay, and then your folder with the paper inside directly on top of that. And then we use our specialty plate. This one does come with the cut and emboss machine, but if you don't have it, you can buy these by themselves, and it will go through, and you just wind that through like so, and it's going to emboss beautifully for you. And because it's, like I said, a 3D folder, you get that lovely deep embossing. So nice. Let's have a look. Da, 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 da. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. That's how to make a piece of paper look beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with my white piece, and then we can compare and decide which one we like the best. So I'm going to do the same thing again. So folder, paper inside, base plate, and then the specialty plate on top. That's all you need. No clear plates, just this stuff. I know, it's gorgeous, Jamie. It's one of my favorite things. It's like an immediate wow, like you said. All right, so let's pull that out. Take this off. And there's your white. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. So classy. I just think for a wedding, this is just so beautiful. Really, really lovely. And I like the white probably for a wedding. So I guess it is going to come down to what do we want this card for? Because if we want it to be for a wedding, then yeah, I would go with the white probably. All right, so let's have a look and see which looks better. All right, so I've got my pink, and I'm going to pop these here like so, just to give you an idea of how that's going to turn out. Looks nice, doesn't it? Very pretty. And then if we're going white on white, same thing, but this time we will go like so. So the question is, white or pink? Oh, you bought two. I guess you've got one if one wears out, but you probably didn't want to, Lynn. Is there someone that you know that you could share it with, or that would love it? Oh, that's okay, Anne. Never ever worry about that. Yep, that's what replays are for. All right, so different people saying different things. Yes, you are correct. The distressed tile, Denise, you're right. That's my favorite. That was in the mini that we just had retire. So it was in the Christmas mini. What's it? September to December. I absolutely loved it. This is my new favorite one, but it still doesn't top the distressed tile. I still think the distressed tile is my favorite. All right, lots of people saying different things. White said Katrina, and I think she was first. Oh, but we had people saying even before I tried it. Goodness me. So it goes back quite a way. And Leslie was first, and she said white as well. So white it is. We're going to go with white. And we'll use the pink for something else because that's too pretty not to use. You could use white ink over this like I did with the crumb cake. Or you could wink a Stella over these flowers and make them all sparkly. Wouldn't that be pretty? That'd be really nice. I understand why you bought two. It's so pretty. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to position these so that they're all, you know, this like the same distance away from everything. So I'm looking, I want this one to be the same distance away from the edge as this one. So I'm going to put these on dimensionals. I think that's probably the plan. Let me grab some dimensionals. And 3 behind a circle seems to work really well. That's just my personal feeling. I mean, you can have as many as you like, but I always make sure when I put dimensionals on, don't put them too close to the edge or they're visible. So, you know, give them a good bit of space between the edge and where your dimensional is, and that way it's hidden. And I think that's nice. All right, so let's pop that one now. I'm not going to push it down too hard just in case I need to reposition it. So I'm just sort of lightly putting them down. 1, 2, and 3. Take off the backs. I know who's not here tonight. Cherie. Cherie's not here unless she's being very quiet. It's funny. I've been doing this for so long now that I, you know, when certain people aren't here, I miss them. There's a few people that I miss actually. Right. I think that's got to be, okay, this one, because I didn't push it down, I want to bring it down ever so slightly so that they're the same height. That's not too bad. And then this one will go in the middle. I'm just going to put 2 on that one because it's going in the middle, like I said. Let's have a look and see. That's looking about right, I think. What do we think? Do we like that? All right, let me see if I've missed any comments. Oh, good. You do have someone you can give it to. Excellent. No, Donna's not here tonight. That's right. Huh, we're missing a couple of people. All right. So now we get to decide, well, where should the sentiment go? Now, I wanted to use the Let's Eat Cake, but I'm thinking maybe that might be good inside because the Let's Eat Cake isn't really the right shape to go on here. I would like to add something long, not something that's sort of roundish like this. So I'm thinking maybe a long greeting or no greeting. I mean, that's another possibility, and we put the Let's Eat Cake inside. So that would be another possibility. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, we will need bling. Okay. Super, super easy card because the embossing really makes it, doesn't it? So easy. All right, so I am just having a little think here and deciding what I wanted to do. I mean, the strip that we used on the other card with the silver, that would have worked on here too. That also would have worked. I have got a piece of paper left over from what we did earlier, and I'm wondering I've got a "You are simply amazing," but that's not what I want to say. Let's see. What would I like to say? I've got one here that says "You're as sweet as honey." That could go on a cake card. But let's see, what else do we have? If I had this one, "A little love from me to you," that would be nice, but I don't have that stamp set. So I'm just having a little look through to see what would look really good that's a long, thin sentiment. Bling. What's the name of the embossing folder? It's called the 3D Layered Floral. And it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. It's in this catalogue, this one here. And if you're looking for it, Jamie, it's on page 65. Okay, so it's up towards the back. It's not very well shown, in my opinion. You can kind of see the corner of it here, and you can see what it does on this card and this card, and here, the white, but I don't think it's shown to its best advantage in this catalogue. It's very easy to miss. Yeah, thanks, Denise. You're worth more money, honey. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I'm thinking also in the perennial postage, there's a couple. There's a "You are loved beyond measure," and there's a "Thank you for your friendship." Those both are really, really nice. Do you think one of those would work well? What do you think? A strip of ribbon across the bottom might work, yes. Oh, I have the perfect ribbon for this. I know what we have. Let me just quickly grab it. In my ribbon box, we have that gorgeous pink bubble bath, lemon lolly, and azure afternoon ribbon. And there's the pink. How nice is that? So that would work really, really well. If I wanted to use the lemon, I would have made one of my cakes a lemon. But I'm thinking this one is really nice. So we could go straight across the bottom here, like so. What do you think? All right, I'm going to show you a cheap way. You ordered it today, Margaret. It's so nice. Really, really beautiful. All right. Bubble bath, says Joanne. Yep. And the friendship. Okay, so this one, "Thank you for your friendship." Let's do it. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a really easy way to tie a ribbon if you're using a strip like this. Okay, so I'm actually going to put on the back, you can use glue like seal, or you can also use tape. Let me quickly grab where is my tape? I had it yesterday at the class, so it's moved from its normal spot. All right, so tape is good for this. All right, so this is so I'm going to be putting my ribbon across the bottom here. So I'm going to put a bit of tape right here. Just a little bit of tape. Can you see that? A little bit of tape there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to get my ribbon, and I'm going to work out how much I need. And I need a little bit longer, probably about, I don't know, half an inch or an inch longer than the whole card. So I need to cut it at about here. And I've got my ribbon scissors in my bag from yesterday. I've unpacked all my inks and most of my stuff, but there's a few little things I haven't unpacked yet. Right, so I'll just cut that on an angle so it's less likely to fray. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the back of this tape, which is the hardest part of using tape, is peeling off the back. It's one reason why I don't use it very often. And then I'm going to attach this, put like that inch or so, and we're going to stick it to that. And then I'm going to wind the whole thing around, and I'm going to stick this one to the other side. So this is a really easy way to get your ribbon to sit nicely straight across like this. Okay, now if you want it to be glued along here, you can do that as well. But if I'm going to put a greeting, which I plan to, then I don't really need to do that. Okay, so now that that is down, I've got a bit of stickiness left there from the tape. So I'm actually going to get rid of that, move this out of the way. Here's my card base. I'm actually going to glue that straight down because now my ribbon's around it. I've done everything to the edges that I'm planning on doing, and so that'll be fine. Tombo's good when you're using like an embossing folder because it gets into the grooves, so it works really well. Making sure I've got it all where it should be. And that now is going to hold my ribbon perfectly in place. But you notice it's still loose here on the top. Now there's a couple of advantages of having your ribbon loose like that. First of all, when we put something like a greeting over the edge of it, I don't know if I'll put it right on top, but it might just be on the edge. That will help hold it down. The other thing is I can get a bit of ribbon here and I can tie a knot around this. I'm not going to tie it tight because I might want to move it, but I'm just going to tie it loosely for now. Okay, and I'm going to cut that off as well. All right, and I'm going to come back in and do something with this in a minute. All right, like so. All right, let's do our friendship quote on here. I haven't decided how wide I want this to be, but that's okay. We'll come back to that. And what was the set? It was the perennial postage, wasn't it? Let me just find that. That'll be the next thing. Have I got it? Is it where it should be or not? We're about to find out. Perennial postage. LMNOP. No, but I know where it is. I'll grab it. Okay. Here we go. So this set's got the thank you for your friendship in it. And then should we say, this is the next question for you guys, should we have let's eat cake on the inside? Should we do that? Because it will work. I'm looking for my, I've got a long, thin, here it is, block. So this is block H. That's a good one, a good size for this. All right. And which color? I'm thinking I'll do it in Berry Burst because that's dark and that'll stand out nicely. So I'm going to do that. Best birthday wishes from the Stippled Roses stamp. Ooh, that would be nice too because that's a long, thin one, isn't it? Yeah, I agree. It's very difficult. I'm not sure how wide I want this to be. So I'm just going to stick it in the middle and then I'm going to work it out. All right, there's thank you for your friendship. Now, I can cut it. I think I will. And I'm going to cut it. This is at the 1 inch mark. No, I'm going to go 1 3/4 of an inch. I think that'll be about right. Like so. I think maybe it's a little wide. I mean, I'm going to make it shorter. Don't panic. But I'm wondering if it's a little bit wide. I should have put the ribbon down a little bit further, to be honest, because I'm going to have to make this work properly, I'm going to have to put it on top of the ribbon. But that's okay. We can still make that work. So I think it's too wide. So I'm going to take a little bit off this edge. And I want this now to be a 1/2 inch. And I am picking not random measurements. There's a reason why. I'm pretty sure this one is still current. So this is going to create a banner shape. Okay, I can have it going concave or convex, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this a little bit longer than the words. And this has 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch measurements. And so I can put this here on the concave one here. And I'm going to put that so it fits right in that little 1/2-inch channel. And we're going to take the end off, and it looks like so. Really, really nice if you're worried, because I used to do this by hand, and I could do it, but frequently they were uneven, and I didn't like that they were uneven. So this one now is perfect because it's been done with the punch. And then what I'm going to do is I want to have this. I'm going to move that bow out of the way because it's only loose on there at the moment. And I probably, because it's smaller, I can move it up a tiny, tiny bit. So I'm actually going to ink around this with my bubble bath, even though it's not going to stand out a lot, but I'm just going to ink around it ever so slightly because I just feel it needs it. Like so. Do the ends. All right. Now, on the back of this, I'm going to grab myself some dimensionals. 1, 2, and 3. How are we doing tonight? All right? Everyone's gone quiet. That's okay though. I just, you must be concentrating. That's what it is. All right, so I'm going to put this almost in the center of the ribbon, but I'm going to go over the ribbon ever so slightly, so you can see a little bit of the ribbon below. Can you see that? Like that. Now, this ribbon, I'm going to move it back close to the banner and pull it tight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my ribbon scissors and cut this shorter. And what do we think? Do we like this card? This is a fun card. I think it turned out kind of fun. I love that we always end up with something unexpected. I don't expect it anyway. I hope you guys probably expect it as much as I do. All right, so I'm not quite getting this bow to sit, or sorry, not this knot to sit the way I want it to. So I'm pulling on the ends, and when I pull on the ends, it makes them fray a bit. So now I have to cut it a little bit shorter, but that's okay. Actually looks better anyway. All right, looks good. Now we get to decide what color bling. What bling do we want? Because it needs it. It does need bling, Jody. Absolutely. We could go with the rhinestones again because we know those guys look good, right? Those are going to be very pretty if we want to use them. And that would be these. Again, I mean, they got pink. Can't go wrong. But I'm just having a look here to see what else would look nice. These are petal pink, so it's not the right pink, but they actually go. They would work. So they're the petal pink blossoming. Is it blossoming pearls? I think. I keep getting them confused. I could color some white dots with pink with some bubble bath. That's another option. Oh, these are also petal pink, but these ones are more salmony. See how these are less pink than these? Can you see that? These ones are definitely more on their way to bubble bath. So cake topper bling. Oh, we could do cake topper bling. I'm just looking to see what other bling we have. We have a lot of bling right now, and I have way too much bling in my collection. So much. It's not funny. Oh, guys, I have to tell you, I'm so excited. We've just had, for demonstrators, it's just been released, all the new online exclusive stuff that's coming out in March. You guys, so good. I'm so excited. A couple of things. Oh, now I find the blue being. Now I find them. See that? Gosh, couldn't find them before when I needed them. No, because that's just what happens. All right, so cake topper bling. Berry too much light pink. I don't have any berry burst bling. I don't have any berry burst bling. I could, let me have a look. I'm looking in my collection here. I don't have Berry Burst in a marker either, in a blend. Otherwise I could colour them, but I don't have that. I don't have anything in Coastal Cabana either. So yeah, our options are a little bit limited. We could go with silver though. Silver would work because there's silver in this ribbon. What about silver? Silver in the festive pearls? That's a possibility. And I've got these, but they're not the right colors. Although no, they're not the right colors. These are the rainbow dots. I love them, but they're not the right colors for this. I could probably get away with the Lost Lagoon is on its way to its Coastal Cabana, but not close enough really. Silver then? Okay, Jody, we'll go silver. I don't have any Berry Burst. I'm sorry, Rose. I don't have that in a marker. So I must work on that. I've got to get my blends markers updated because there's a lot of colors right now that I don't have. Now, I could spread them around or I could put one on either end of the banner, and I'm tempted to do that. Let's do that and see what it looks like. That's how it would be if I put it on either end of the banner. Do we like that? Margaret, is that is that no pink or no? You actually do want pink? Too much pink? I like it with the white. I think it looks really good. I think the white and the pink look good together. All right, so that's our cards tonight, guys. That's what we ended up with. Let me have a look and see. It's just gone past the finish time. Well, what am I talking about? I say finish time. When have I ever finished at 8:30? I do have to go pick up my son at 9 p.m. because he's working tonight. He's potentially moving out in a couple of weeks, so I'm feeling very strange about that, but I'll wait till that is confirmed before I get too sad about it. One on top of the pink cake. Yes, we could do one on top of the pink cake. Let's add that. Oh, you do want pink. Yeah, I like the pink. I think it looks good. The pink and white look good together, don't they? So let's add that right there, like so. And I could have added the little flowers like what were on theirs because there's dies for those, but I'm not going to worry about them today. But you could do that if you wanted to. So there you go. We have two pretty little cards. Totally not what I thought I was going to make tonight, but that's okay. What do you guys think? Do you have a favorite? That is my next question. Which one do we like the best? If you had to pick one, which one would you pick? Oh, you're very welcome, Katrina. Thank you. I'm glad you like them, Moira. Thank you. You like them both, Jody, or just one more than the other? Wondering. I do love these Sale-a-bration things. I love this one particularly. This only has it doesn't have any Sale-a-bration on it after all. I did think about putting some Sale-a-bration on, but that's not the way we ended up going. So there you go. I'm glad you like them. All right, you ladies. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend lined up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on YouTube so that more people will find me. If you have any questions about anything you've seen tonight, please reach out. I'm about to, as soon as this video is finished, I will upload a little description below the video that you can go down there to see the online store, to go shopping, or if you wanted to reach out to me, all the details will be in the description below this video. And lovely to spend some time with you tonight. Good night, girls, and I'll see you on Sunday night. Bye-bye.